What's up guys, Lockdown1194 here, and today we're going to have a little bit of a chat. I don't normally do these types of videos, there's usually some gameplay going on, but today I thought I'd talk with you guys about what I would like to see in career mode in either FIFA 18 or just FIFAs to come. Career mode hasn't been touched for like 3 years, and that's the game mode that I play the most, so here's some stuff that I would like to see in the future. And be warned, I'm going to be making a lot of comparisons with the NBA 2K My Career Mode, because I think that they've absolutely smashed at what a career mode is. So the top of my list, and one thing I feel is extremely important for me anyway, this is why I play career mode, is unpredictability. I know that if I start a career mode for, say, Chelsea, I'll be like a 65 rated player, I'll get sent out on loan until I'm a little bit higher rated, and I can just stay with Chelsea forever. But it would be so much better if I was like a young 65 rated player. Obviously I'm not going to be high rated because I'm a young player, but over time, you know, I could barely get into the first team, but over time I start to improve. Maybe in like a year or two I become a 75 rated player, and I'm thinking, right, I could be a superstar for Chelsea. Just a little bit more time, a little bit more training, you know, get my rating up, and I could be like a star player for Chelsea up front. All of a sudden, boom, you get slapped with a transfer, now you're going to go play for Everton. That stuff doesn't happen in FIFA 17 career mode. Like, you have complete choice. If you want to stay with Chelsea, then you can. If you want to request a transfer, then you can. And then you can even decide what team you want to play for when you get offers come in. But it would be so much better if it was completely unpredictable. You know, you think that you're going to be like a great player for this team, suddenly they feel like they don't need you anymore, and they send you away. Let's look at Chalobah for Chelsea. He was supposed to be the next big thing. He's going to be the next big thing for Chelsea anyway. He's a young player, he's very good. All of a sudden he gets slapped with a transfer to Watford. The fans aren't happy. You know, I don't think Chalobah's very happy with it because he says he'll be back. But that's sort of the unpredictability that I like to see. Like, if that was to happen to me, you know, it's a game, I'd deal with it, you know, I'd take it in stride. Obviously it would be annoying, you want to play for the best teams in the world, but there's nothing you can do about it. Even looking on the other end of the spectrum, let's look at Neymar. You know, one of the best players in the world, slapped with a 223 million euro transfer to PSG. Imagine that you're a 95 rated striker for Real Madrid, you're banging in goals left and right, you've got a great partnership with Ronaldo, all of a sudden PSG swoop in with 250 million euros, and Real Madrid would be stupid not to take that. You could be on cloud 9 playing for Real Madrid, one of the best teams in the world, all of a sudden you get sent over to play for France. Like, you have no choice in the matter. That sort of unpredictability would be great. That would make me feel like I'm definitely more of a player for the team rather than actually being able to control, you know, what's happening with my life. You know, you wouldn't feel safe for a team. You feel like you're playing well, but the team feels like you're not, so you get sent off. Speaking of transfer requests, please EA, if I want to request a transfer from a team, let them accept it straight away. Why, like, what is the point in making them deny it? So I request, deny, request, deny, request. Oh, they accepted it for no reason. You know, why do I have to go through a week of requesting a transfer when you can just say, yeah, right, you can do it in the first day? Now, this actually contradicts the first thing I was talking about. I want less outrageous transfers. I don't know if this is some sort of bug with my game or if this happens to everyone, but as I've said in previous videos, especially in my connected career mode, Manchester United go out and buy every top-range striker there is in the world. Dybala, Harry Kane, Lewandowski, Aubameyang, Griezmann, like stuff like that just wouldn't happen in real life. Neymar going to PSG for Barcelona is like the biggest thing that's happened in football. Now, something I feel that NBA 2K does very well is that it makes you feel like there's a life outside of playing. For those of you that haven't played it before, you're basically given a calendar with a bunch of stuff that you can do throughout the day. You know, you might have a slow day where you have optional training. If you don't want to do that, you can just skip to the next day. You might have events that you have to go to for like a restaurant to get some money. You have a phone with you, and you can have other players text you saying like, hey, I want to meet up and do this and that at this time of the day on this day. You can check your calendar. If you're not doing anything, you can say sure. And then when you go and see those players and do those events, you get money as a reward. You get fans. You get signed shirts that you can put up in your sort of warehouse. You can even earn My Team cards, which is sort of like their ultimate team, just from doing that. FIFA would do great with that, because right now all it is training, play a game, training, play a game. Like, footballers have lives outside of football. So give me the option to get in contact with a couple players on my team so we can go out and do stuff. Then it means I'll be more fatigued when I go into the next game, but I'll have a better team chemistry. Like I said, in NBA 2K, you have different events that you have to go to, especially when it comes to sponsors and endorsements. In NBA, you have to sign contracts with Spalding, you can get a contract with Gatorade, you can get a contract with Kia, and they all have events that you have to do. You could get someone hit you up and say, hey, I want to meet tomorrow at 10 PM. You look at your calendar and you have a Kia event that you got to go to. You got to say, sorry bro, I've got something to do. You've got footballers nowadays they're doing all sorts of stuff. You've got Joe Hart doing Head and Shoulders adverts. I'm sure there've been a bunch of Liverpool players that have done that as well. You know, you've got Pogba doing Nike adverts. Something else the NBA does very well is that you can sign a shoe deal with 4 different companies. I think there's Adidas, Nike, Under Armour, and Jordan. Now, when you sign with one of those, you can't sign with any of them. You're locked into that endorsement contract for the rest of your career. But over time, you can unlock different things. So at the beginning, sure, you'll just be paid a certain amount. But as you do more events for them, you'll move up a stage, you'll be paid more, and maybe you'll get to have a billboard. And then after that, you can create your own signature shoe. There are footballers everywhere doing adverts for shoe companies, Nike and Adidas and stuff like that, so let me do it. They kind of touched on it a little bit in the journey when they had Alex Hunter. You could go to a photo shoot event and meet like one of the big players that they had there. So why not just put that into career mode? I mean, do something with it. Now, this is something that I have a problem with. You know, I don't want to say that I'm good at FIFA, but if I try and do a career mode on Legendary, I will still win every single game. That's the problem I have with career mode, is that it's not difficult. I can go into every game and expect to win, and it just shouldn't be like that, even on the hardest difficulty. It would definitely make it a lot more unpredictable. If it was 50-50 going into a game, you don't know if you're going to win or not. I could literally start a career mode with a player at Southampton, and I could probably guarantee that I could win the Premier League with them. Going into a game against Manchester United, it should be 50-50. In fact, it should be 70-30. Manchester United should get that win, which will make you feel even more accomplished if you're playing for Southampton and you beat Man United. But then, at the same time, if you lose, you're like, okay, well, fair enough, I should be beating Manchester United anyway. EA, it's been about 3 or 4 years since you've even changed the menus of career mode. It looks exactly the same every year. Now, there are a couple of things in this sort of chunk that I'm going to go through. It's to do with wages and salaries, the money actually meaning something, and what you can do with it. So in NBA 2K, they do this thing where they sort of generalize the currency throughout all of the modes. It's called VC, virtual currency. And that currency can be used in all sorts of things. You can earn it in My Career and then spend it in their Ultimate Team. When you sign a contract with a team in My Career, you can have a salary and you can sort of try and haggle to get some more money per game. At the end of every game, you get money based on your stats, your overall team rating, as well as what your salary is. So for me, in My Career, I earn about 800 coins per game. Now, if I wanted to, I could save all that up, go into upgrade my player, and spend that money on upgrading my stats to make myself better. Or I could choose to not do that and just earn 20,000 coins, come out, go into Ultimate Team, and spend all my coins in there. So what I'm trying to say is, FIFA, like, make the money that I earn mean something. You know, you tell me the wage that I get, but like, what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't go towards anything. That's just what my wage is. So what they could do, I'm sure they probably won't, but what they could do is make Ultimate Team coins universal. So the salary that I get playing for my team in career mode, you know, how well I play in career mode games could go towards Ultimate Team coins for Ultimate Team. But at the same time, I could use those coins to upgrade my player, because they need to get rid of the accomplishments thing. They're so outdated, it just needs to go. That would make me want to play career mode more, to get better, to play for a better team, and to get a better contract, because then I would be earning more money that I could then put into Ultimate Team. I barely touch Ultimate Team. But if I could earn money for Ultimate Team through career mode, I would be playing it a hell of a lot more. I understand why they don't want to focus on upgrading career mode at all. They're busy doing the journey, they're busy doing Ultimate Team, and I can fully understand why they want to spend so much time and money fixing up Ultimate Team. Is because that is their cash cow. Like, if they're going to keep getting money out of it, they're going to keep milking it. But I know there are a lot of people who love playing career mode, including myself. That's basically the only mode I play when I do this. I've got a connected career mode going on with someone else right now. 90% of the series that I come out with on FIFA are on career mode. Like, that is where I have the most fun. But the biggest thing for me is upgrading the difficulty and making everything just so much more unpredictable, because like, once you've done one career mode, you've done it all. Sure, you can change what player that you're going to play as, but, you know, you're going to request a transfer, they're going to deny it a couple of times until they accept it, then you can move to a different team, and then you're just stuck there until you decide you want to move again. Now, another thing that they could do is add in those bars they had back in the old FIFA career mode, of like where you are in terms of your club and country. Eventually, if you play for the same club, you could earn your way all the way up to becoming the captain. So if they added that in, you could have some input on what's going to happen in your career. If you're the captain for a team and you're one of their best players, they're going to come to you first and say, hey, PSG want to buy you for this amount of money, you know, what do you want to do about it, and have your say. But then obviously, if you're a worse player that's a kid, you don't really have much of a choice of what's going on, and you can get shipped off to wherever they decide to send you. I've basically been playing career mode in FIFA non-stop for about 3 or 4 years, and it's just getting annoying that it's the same stuff just churned out over and over again. They need to do something fresh with it. So that is some of the stuff that I would like to see improved in FIFA 18, please. If you could do that, that would be great, or just FIFAs in the future. If you agree or disagree with any of the stuff that I've said, leave it in the comments. If there's anything that you would like to see in career mode as well, make sure you leave that down there as well, and I'll go through it and I'll take a look, take on board what you guys are saying. I was basically just laying in bed last night thinking up all of these things that just could fix FIFA career mode, and just thought I would share it with you guys, what I think they should do. But I hope this video got you guys thinking, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. See ya.